I'm a mining engineer by background and president and CEO of the company. And the reason I'm in this business is because of this graph right here. There just aren't enough projects to feed the growing demand for production, new production opportunities in the industry. Big picture, we're a $250 billion industry. We've got about 3 or 4 dozen companies over, call it $500 million, and all of them need projects like the ones on this table. So Gwen's picked some great companies, and I think the focus on brownfields operations is a common theme here. In our case, we set this company up with a veteran team, a team that's actually delivered literally billions of dollars for shareholders over the course of our careers. We launched the company in 2017 with a focus on advanced stage brownfield assets. We selected Idaho for all the good reasons you've been hearing about. And we started with the Track-Arnett gold project. Pure gold, existing infrastructure in a jurisdiction that welcomes mining. We started out with our exploration. We delivered a maiden resource in 2018 of a couple million ounces. And we've been moving forward aggressively with our exploration since. Capital structure of the company is pictured on this page. Key theme again on some of these companies is tight capital structure, institutional ownership, and significant management participation. We're at 14% among the fellows and ladies involved in this business. And so that would put us, I think, at the higher end of the spectrum. We're backed by Orion Mine Finance and some of the better quality gold institutional investors out in the market right now, 30 million market cap. Here's the team. I said I was a mining engineer. I spent most of my career with Placer Dome and with Kinross. Spent a lot of time in M&A and in growth, and I think this is a great time to be in the business. I last retired from the business in 2009, came back to put this company together. Wayne Hubert's our board chairman. Some of you may have enjoyed the success of Andean Resources, which was sold to Goldcorp for $3.5 billion. We have deep roots in Idaho with people who actually have built projects, run projects, and found projects in the state. I don't need to dwell on this slide except to say that Fraser Institute, one of the big ranking organizations on geography around the world, has put Idaho ahead of places like Mexico and even British Columbia and Finland. I don't know how many of you would have thought of that context or relative favorable jurisdiction ranking, but to me it's quite interesting to see that. Fraser Institute goes out and surveys people like us who work in the industry in all different jurisdictions of the world, and this is what they've come back with. So don't just believe the companies that are on the podium here. Take the word of some of our industry peers who value good geography. And why would you invest in gold if you didn't have good geography underpinning your assets? There's no reason to go far afield if you can find good gold deposits in North America. Track-Arnett is a former producing mine. It's the largest former producing mine in the state of Idaho. I'll say it again, it's pure gold, and we're about twice the grade of our peers in the state. We have the neighboring land position as well, which is very complementary. And in entirety, we have about 5,000 hectares land position in the eastern part of Idaho, Lemhi County, a mining part of the state. In fact, this part of the state was founded on mining. We've got about 5.6 kilometers of strike in the mineralized system at Bear Track. And we've got another 5 to 6 kilometers of favorable strike beyond the known mineralized system. So we've got a lot of ground to cover. Here it is pictured in long section, 5.6 kilometers, I'll say that again, of mineralized strike. Within that, the red blocks define the block model as it currently stands, and there's an outline there of the pit-constrained resource of 2 million ounces. And those yellow shaded areas, well, those are places where we just haven't drilled yet. And even the places where we have drilled, we haven't infilled in those locations. We also have grade at depth. And this is a common theme I think you're starting to see. Gold is found where gold has been found before. And in our case, we've got intercepts down at depth to 600 meters and the deposit's still open. We've hit 9.8 meters of 71 grams in this project. So there's a lot of interesting aspects of this project beyond the open pit potential that we're currently exploring. This is some geophysics of the land area. For the geologist, I'm happy to speak more about this with you at our booth. This is infrastructure. Why is this important? As Justin pointed out earlier, it lowers your time to production. It reduces the capital involved. And in our case, we've got an operating ADR facility. It'll have to be refurbished, but the facility is there on the site and it's ready to be redeployed. We've been, as I mentioned earlier, making some pretty quick progress with this project, and over the next months ahead, we've got lots of milestones. A big milestone coming up for us is an updated resource, which we'll have out this quarter. In fact, we'll have it out in next month, and we'll move right to PEA once we've got that resource out. We're picked up and covered by 5 different analyst groups, as well as the coverage from select newsletter writers. And these folks have target prices on Revival Gold stock at 2 to 3 times our current share price. We think consolidation's an important theme in the industry right now, and we have an eye to that given the skill set in the company. We certainly have a lot of work going on looking at opportunities for growth and to build our portfolio. And I'll leave you with the 3 high points or highlights to take away from this presentation on Revival Gold. Firstly, we've got a big mineral system. We think we have way more than 3 million ounces on this property position. And I mentioned earlier that we've got about 12 kilometers of favorable strike, almost 6 kilometers of known mineralized structure, and another 6 to follow. We've got a lot of catalysts in front of us, and that's important to retail and institutional investors. And I would say we trade at tremendous value here at $13 an ounce. Thank you very much for listening to the presentation. There's an overview shot of the site. And Gwen, thank you so much for having us participate.